That's when actually realizing that you're poor, that it's kind of a realization. And I stopped to think about it periodically. And I remember my mom taking us out to stand in line to get some clothes. I mean, we were poor. We had to depend on each other because Highland was a mile and a half away. And really, I think that was the closest thing around. Del Rosa, there wasn't too much in that area at that time as I was growing up, but I never really got out that far. I don't know, it seemed like it was a lot funner. You know, things were nicer, even though we didn't have anything. We had, like I said, we had a little grove and didn't really make much money. We had shares in Bear Valley Water District, which the Bureau held for us, and monies came from there. We really, most of our elders, our older people had worked in the groves, and I did that for a few years too when I was growing up. But I mean, we were all pretty self-contained. It wasn't as if we needed money for the whole, it was individuals. And my mom used to clean house, my dad was a carpenter, and a lot of different things. But you know, it's like everybody else. You got to do what you got to do. Actually, I was approached by people from Florida to talk about bingo in general at that time. And they're the ones that had brought it up originally. It's really funny because I had asked him to give me newspaper clippings, anything to kind of help me explain this whole situation. And so they gave me a lot of clippings and whatnot, and so I'd go basically door to door to people's houses, and like a lot of them either didn't understand it or didn't want it, and that's fine. I said, you know, here, just read them, you know, and tell me what you guys think. We got to a place where they had a bingo hall there, and I think it only sat like 300 or 600 people. It wasn't a real big one, but for them it was big. First ones, the type of thing. And to me it looked like a shopping center, closed, nobody in the parking lot, and towards the evening, you know, got a little dark, came back. People everywhere, cars, nowhere to park, people running around. And walking into a bingo hall for the first time I've ever seen one, and seen all these people and all those tables and chairs and things that bring in for Lucky Charm type things. And to me it was like, wow, people are crazy. It amazed me to see how quick that building went up. And even local people, the other coaches would talk about it. I said, oh, man, he said, how'd you guys get that thing built so quick? I said, we flew it in with a helicopter. You guys weren't looking one night. It's actually the first thing that we'd ever done that big that was really something that had impact. One of the things I had told our members a long time ago, before we got the bingo hall even started, is this is going to change all our lives. This is going to change the way you think about things. They did take us down to, on the other side of the freeway, Hospitality Lane, and I think there's a bar there and a fitness center, and it's a whole big complex. And we were kicking it around with the city to pick up that whole area. The things we've been able to do for ourselves through gaming that government couldn't do, and people weren't giving tribes money to do these things, we did it on our own. When Nevada and other people were talking about that if the tribe could do it here, they could do it in your backyard. And if a tribe could do it in your backyard, they could do it next to your church, and so on. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I know what it takes, or what you have to do to earn money, you know, to survive. The younger generations, they have no sense of that. It's all part of a puzzle, you might say. All the pieces are kind of coming together. It's really making tribal members be more aware of what they got to be a little more responsible. They have to learn a little bit more, try to understand some more. And it can't always be about themselves. It has to be about the tribe, because that's where you're going to get your momentum to do these things, to be able to be successful. One of the things I had told our members a long time ago, before we got the bingo hall even started, is this is going to change all our lives. This is going to change the way you think about things.